Hey everyone, V here, back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. When we last left off, we did a whole bunch of free time stuff. We hung out with Yufa a couple times. We unlocked Juna, finally. Turns out that her follower path was locked behind one of the requests that we had. It was the request to go clear out like the monsters that were killing the snakes in the cave, that were stopping people from like burying their dead or feeding their dead to the snakes. We unlocked Juna from that. So we have everyone unlocked. We just have the one follower left to find, which seems like it's probably going to be a final party member based on the way that this whole layout has been so far. So that'll be exciting. We maxed out both Hulkenberg and Heisme. So our three like original party members here are all fully maxed. We got Nuris up a few ranks from getting his relics. We haven't touched Katharina. We need to find her on the road somewhere. Alonso, we need more courage for. Barden. What do we need for Barden? Let me try go talk. It's not going to let me hang out with Barden, but let me go try talking to him real quick and just see what he says if I try to spend time with him.
Thank you, truly.
Did you come here worried for me? My wounds are slowly but surely improving. I can even make me rounds again. Well, one round, that is. In a little while, I'd like to have a long talk with ye. Before I leave town, that is.
Okay, so he just needs time. So Barden needs time. Brigitte needs time. Moore needs me to finish ranking up an elite archetype. So the only people that I can actually hang out with are I can't technically hang out with Alonso yet. I still need courage up, but like there is something I can do to get to a point where I could hang out with Alonso, and then Juna and Yufa. I'm kind of running out of follower hangout options, which is sad but also good because that means I'm hopefully maximizing my time efficiently, and hopefully I'll be able to max everyone. How's it going, Juna? Now that we've got a trump card, I can finally focus on singing. Saint's Day is at the Opera House. The acoustics are incredible there, you know? I'm really looking forward to this.
Think I'll forget this, do ya?
Okay. But, sorry, anyway, I got distracted. The deal for today is we're going to go hang out with Yufa, and then that'll kick off plot. We'll be able to... And I don't have any requests, right? No, I don't. Okay. So yeah, let's go spend some time with Yufa. Where are you, Yufa? There you are.
It's all right.
Don't worry. The tides will change. We'll arrive in Alterbury all the same. I've a favor to ask of you, Gnome. Would you accompany me to the church in Brialhaven? That church just gave me such a strange feeling, and I've been thinking about the promise I made to Ovi. God, I'm going to screw up Ovi's voice again. I can't find that one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I honestly hope I'm just imagining things, but I feel we should make sure everything is okay. Let's go. Let's do it to Brialhaven. Hello, hello, hello. Ovi wasn't at the church, but I thought I could feel her presence. Of course, maybe it was just my imagination.
What is it?
Oh, there's a back door here. If we just... Yeah, we know some weird shit is going on in this church.
This is the place.
No. I can feel Magla coming from behind this door. And it's not good. Oh. Is there like a human in there? Let's take a look.
All right.
Well, let's go take a look.
That's surely right.
Yes, if we're careful. Now, I'm going to open this door. Oh shit, what's going on?
Dear God.
Dear God, please help Mama and all the rest of the sick people. If you do, I promise to always pray a whole lot and be a good girl.
Closure.
Closure. Those voices. Huh. Okay, no human. So what is going on here? Yufa! Nom! What are you doing down here in the basement?
This is a sick room, you realize, for Ovi's mother and the others who are ailing. Ovi. They are faithful adherents, afflicted with an illness we cannot identify. We've even requested a skilled healer, but to no avail. Those afflicted are prone to violence, as though they are not themselves, so we had to contain them here.
That's right. Mama and everybody got, possessed by something evil. That's why I go to church every day and pray for a really long time. And if I pray under the church, God will hear me faster, right? What about other treatments? Are there no other means of treating them?
This illness appears to only affect followers of Sanctism, so it must be the doings of evil. Therefore, we must continue offering our prayers unto God. The only path to triumphing over malady is the path of profound faith.
That's not correct.
But then...
But something's not right here. That smell I've been faintly sensing. I can see it now.
I won't.
This place is filled with stagnant magla. Probably because far too many intense feelings are concentrated in one place. Like with the Dragon God? You mean this is the same situation as in the Dragon God's temple? I don't mean to deny sanctism, but I simply cannot believe any of this can be resolved through prayer alone. There was a time in my hometown when our misguided prayers caused our God to become a calamity upon us. The Magla here reminds me of what I felt back then. Good intentions, twisted by blind faith. I think continuing to pray so much may only serve to worsen the illness.
Still your heretical tongue, pagan. Our prayers shall be heard.
Listen to her.
Come on.
Yufa can see what you can't. You should listen to her. No.
Silence.
Silence! You're nothing more than a heathen. What could you possibly know?
Mama.
Leave this place.
Their pain is only worsened by blasphemers who dare speak against God in this holy church. Leave here at once.
Shit. Well, we didn't do super great there.
Shame to admit.
We have to disguise ourselves and go back in. We just Youth will just put a mustache on you. And, we'll, turn my coat inside out. That should do it. There are times when prayer is a comfort, like during times of illness. But to rely on it as your only means of succor, I can't imagine it.
If we do nothing...
And just think that distorted Magla, borne aloft on so much blindly zealous prayer. If it spreads, the whole town will be in danger. We have to act. I think we need to take action.
That's surely right.
Yes, we can't let the disaster that happened in Etria repeat itself. And more than anything, I refuse to allow a young child who so loves her mother to go through what I did. I and many other islanders were devoted to a doctrine which marched my parents into an early grave. My heart still bleeds from that loss. Even if they scorn me as a pagan, I'm going to do the best I can. Just like when you helped me, Gnome. I can sense Yufa's earnestness and her deep trust in me. Woo woo! Rank 4 with Yufa.
It is as it was when you ended the calamity on the
Significantly reduces the cost. Cool.
Be that as it may.
However, if we try to persuade them now, they will only dig in their heels all the harder. Let's leave and come back when calm has been restored. I return to the group with Yufa. Okay, it's time. It's plotty time. Plotty plot time, McPlotterson. Ooh, we got the whole crew here. Basilio and Fidelio too.
What's up, Del? Something on your mind?
The brothers are back.
That's nothing. Just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just a twinge now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
You sure? Because I remember once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I've never seen you go down like that.
Fidelio's gonna kill you,
I
Basilio.
said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you don't worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
Let's get some chow. Or
Something's
they're just
bothering
going.
me.
What's wrong?
Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me.
Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him.
Oh.
Hard to say whether the magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
Oh, shit. You think he might have like a human infection?
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
No, we gotta get going.
Hey, is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him?
Oh yeah, we could teleport.
Oh.
Oh.
Magla-born symptoms can take a turn for the worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
I mean, we could teleport, but that would mean revealing to the Magnus brothers that we can teleport. Because they don't know that. Yeah, we've been keeping that secret.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh?
That we do.
But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
What if now? What if,
Yeah?
instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come
That's
here?
what I was thinking. If we bring her
Just a bit of
here.
conspiring to get our story straight.
If we bring her here instead, that'll keep our teleportation secret safe. Yeah, we would just need some sort of secret. Some sort of discussion about what's our story.
I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Yeah, no, they're not evil. They've clearly, like, the Magnus brothers very clearly have had a really rough life as Parapises? Parapi? I don't know. I'm gonna say Parapises. As Parapises. They've had a rough life and were probably treated really poorly by a lot of people and kind of left on the street until Luis sort of gave them an opportunity. And they managed to work up their way through Luis's ranks, following his philosophy of, like, ultimate Darwinism. Of, only the strong survive. And so they're sort of indebted to Luis and to his philosophy, and they've sort of been taught that is the way that that's the only way for the world to not be horrible. But they're clearly not evil.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
Yeah. No, I think that's
No problem. I'll
yeah.
go.
I knew you'd say
Let's
that.
do it.
Well, if Rella's coming here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
Thanks. I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
Wouldn't this make him too soft? I don't know. All right, let's do this thing. Did we get her already? Oh no.
Thank you so much for your help leading the evacuation. They tell me not everyone got a chance to thank you. So on their behalf...
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Yeah, okay.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favor, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
And then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
Hey, there she is. Wow, we got her fast.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Cinderella?
You're joking. You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her, and she came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area.
Yep, sure. For sure.
I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognize the two of you.
You remember us?
Oh. What, were they in like an orphanage or something?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Let me have a look.
Hey.
Yes, that should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But
There is some magla poisoning, isn't there?
Fidelio, is there something you feel lost or anxious about?
Oh, yeah, because it would make the magla like fester if he's having bad feelings.
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that magla is connected to our emotions.
Right, yep.
When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I don't know about that one. Come on.
I see.
Don't lie to a saint.
Then you should be fine. Just don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey,
challenge.
Sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey. I like these two.
What the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
I just realized something. We have one party member left. And I've been saying that based on the diverse spread that we have, it is likely to be a Parapus, right? Because the only tribes that we're missing are Parapuses and rogues. But we kind of already had a rogue with Grius. So it's probably going to be a Parapus. Is it possibly going to be one of the Magnus brothers? Or maybe like both of them? Maybe they like are like a duo. Maybe they like attack in sync and stuff. Or just one of them potentially. That'd be really interesting if the Magnus brothers are our final party members. Or one of them is our final party member. Intriguing. If it's only one of them, though, that does have me kind of worried because I feel like that would likely mean something bad happens to the other one. I don't want anything bad to happen to them. They're not bad guys. Interesting. Okay, we'll see.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. Also, that I could just be completely wrong about that because we still haven't been to Montario yet. I don't think anyone in our party is from Montario. And so we probably are going to have someone from that region. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll see.
Not just that. You've got a gauntlet runner that can teleport across the land and an elder captain who wields it through magic. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah, look, there's a lot going on here.
Well...
You get it, Rella.
How do I put this?
I didn't realize it when I met you before, but You're already one of the top candidates.
Number 9.
I saw the King's Rock.
Yeah, top 10.
Are you intending to confront Luis?
What? But
I can't say right now.
oh, that kind of answers the
I guess
question.
you don't really have to.
Yeah.
So you are committed to this path, no matter what.
Her asking, "Are you planning to take on Luis?" And we go, "I can't answer that question at the moment." Is such a like. Honestly, that's almost more of a definitive answer than him just straight up saying yes.
I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
No?
Come now. Do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you know.
Don't underestimate Luis. As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm.
Right?
And they think that guarantees their safety at the festival.
Right?
But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop.
Yes, we do know this.
I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them.
Yep.
No matter their standing.
Yep. We do know that.
But if you just
She said
have
that
to
early on.
identify yourself and agree to fight. Oh. Was that why the battle with Glodell?
Oh, and that makes sense in the battle with Glodell. Because he literally agreed to fight us, and we fought, and it was fine. But then he pretended like he was defeated and attacked us. So it was an underhanded tactic he was using, which is why it no longer fell under that protective exception.
Suffice it to say, the King's Shield
Interesting,
is not
okay.
perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over. I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
We'll do our best. Understood?
Yes. Understood.
Then please, look after Juna.
I will.
Ugh. You do know I'm not a child anymore.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that!
You spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage. Damn it. You haven't won yet.
Basilio's legs are like 4 times longer than Fidelio's. That's a huge advantage.
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Wow, she has a frickin'... Look at the angles of Rella's face. Of her profile. That is the straightest nose I've ever seen in my life. That's crazy. Her nose has no rounding to it. We sent Rella back to Grand Trad with teleportation magic, avoiding the gaze of the brothers, who are fortunately too winded to notice. Aren't they going to be like, hey, where'd Rella go? Who dat? Hey.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
Why, thank you.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island. Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it, if you don't waste it.
See? Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
Oh, belt up, would you? Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Oh, shit. Okay, first of all, I was just looking. Basilio? His legs are like Fidelio's height. Fidelio comes up to like not too far above his legs. That's hilarious. Also, they're looking at the book, which is what party members do. Maybe I was right. I might have been right about that.
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them though. Often got his head berries in one.
How, if they do join our party, how would we be? Like, is Luis gonna do something bad? I don't even know what Luis could do that would, like, turn them against him. There's got to be something. Maybe there's something that he said he didn't do and, like, lied to all of his followers or something that they would find out about. I don't know. I could be going down completely the wrong path, but, like, just because they are having thoughts about not wanting to go along with Luis's methods doesn't mean that they would be on board with, like, jumping ship and killing him. Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
Yes, he does have this book.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
That's true.
So, what's it say? As long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it.
Yep. You want to take a look at the book? Oh god, that just gave me like a... Oh my.
In this world, one can become anything they desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
I was just gonna say, I was recently replaying through some of the older Assassin's Creed games, and for anyone that has played through them, in Assassin's Creed 2 specifically, when this is not going to make any sense to someone who hasn't played Assassin's Creed, but if you have, when Claudia is managing the books in Monteriggioni, every time you go talk to her, she's like, "You here to take a look at the book?" and spins it around to show you. And when I just said, "Oh, you here to look at the book?" it just like gave me PTSD flashbacks to that.
Huh, sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
I mean, at first it seemed like a fantasy world, but now it kind of seems like this is maybe a historical accounting of the old world. I don't know.
Of course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become anything. This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be really cool if that's what our world was like.
Pretty words, then. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced.
It is, I don't know if anyone is familiar with the idea of the paradox of tolerance, but it's, the concept that a tolerant society can't be tolerant of intolerance. So, like, it's impossible to have a 1000% tolerant society, because if you tolerated anything, that would mean you were tolerating intolerance, and then your society would not be tolerant. And the paradox goes on to essentially say that if you continue to tolerate intolerance without end, that intolerance will always overtake the initial tolerance. So this is kind of a similar concept. Is that, like, if, yes, people should be free to do whatever they want, but there's a point where there needs to be like an asterisk on that, right? Which is, you can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt someone else or something like that, right? And then ideally, if that were perfectly executed, which is just obviously too simplistic of a philosophy, and the world is much messier than that, but if that were perfectly executed, and then everyone would just go about their lives and never harm others. But unfortunately, like Fidelio's saying, in 99.999% of realistic societies, if everyone's just free to do whatever they want, then that freedom will lead to intolerances and prejudices.
You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too.
Yeah, probably.
At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del.
Oh, Basilio.
You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan.
Why is Basilio adorable? What the fuck? Oh, God. I just had a fucking awful thought. Speaking of ways that they might turn against Luis, if something were to happen to one of them because of Luis, I could see that turning the other against him. God, that's dark. I hope that that's not where this is going. But that certainly could do it.
We could invite Lady Juna over. Host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night just us and our best mates living it up. You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
God, Basilio is adorable. I love him.
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that.
What do you mean?
Doesn't matter anyway. A dream is just a dream.
You yourself just said that the whole point of dreams is to take action and execute. So it's only a dream if you aren't willing to do so.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right, time to leave this island. We've been here long enough.
Now then.
Well then, we'll be departing today. But what's this I hear about a festival on the island? The islanders all seem to be heading for the coast.
Yes, of course.
The village wants to show their gratitude to us and wish us a safe journey. Thanks to the tides, I believe we can still make it by the deadline even if we leave tomorrow. Okay, so we're hanging around for one more day. The festivities include a sacred rite where a dragon god statue is set alight in a ceremonial bonfire. It's said that if you offer prayers to it with someone, your wishes will come true. Oh, isn't that just marvelous? And who will our dear captain pray with tonight, I wonder? Oh, don't put that on me. This is a common thing in Persona games. Ooh, save. Yeah, this is a common thing in Persona games to have the protagonist need to choose, like, who's gonna be my date to the festival? Save complete. With that decided, we all helped the villagers prepare for the festival, and once the effigy of the dragon god was complete, the sun was already down. We're already at the evening. Oh my goodness. That is quite the... How did you just make that? What did you make that out of?
To throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
Hold on. Oh, no, we don't... It didn't say, like, we gathered sticks or something. That's impressive. Also, that is very true and very funny. Our first night here was in a cell. I forgot about that.
I hear 'tis a festival in the dragon god's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
Ooh, okay.
I say, these locals are barely well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magna theory. Not as focused on the mechanicals as us mainlanders, but the land's far from barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know?
Yeah, it's a less, like, scientifically minded approach than the mainlanders, but it's just as grounded and real.
Ah, speaking of, I finished with the lance replica.
Hell yeah.
We're finally ready.
Oh, shut it about the replica.
Grand, ain't it? Del's all better. And we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
We've also got, I'm forgetting his name, but the crier guy, whatever his name is.
We're not out of the woods yet. Don't be too quick to celebrate.
I think it starts with a B. I don't know.
Hey, come on, lads.
Batlin. There we go.
It's a party. We've all earned a little fun.
I forgot that he was just, like, chilling on this island the whole time.
And you? What's a sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh, don't I? You know, I thought the crier's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies.
We're really bringing this crier along with us on this journey. I find it really funny that he's also on this journey of self-discovery along with us. I don't know why. That's just amusing to me.
Makes me think. Maybe this is how my old father felt.
Who's your father? What?
Crier of family trade, eh? Imagine.
What's happening? Are we getting Batlin lore?
The Crown Theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it.
Ooh.
Made him a pariah. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the Crown Theocracy was letting on.
I am sure they did not like that.
And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions.
They would.
But my old man, well, he said it wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the Crown Theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
Oh shit, he's just coming out and saying that kind of thing? Yeah, your dad was... Yeah, damn. I can see why the church didn't like him.
What?
Who knows what really happened there?
Oh.
Either way, nobody took my father seriously. He was condemned as a liar. And he died young.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot about this. Yeah. The riot. So I don't know if this is the same riot as the one that Haizme's son was killed in. But either way, even if it was a different riot, that really makes me think that, yeah, because Haizme's essentially been holding that against the Parapus and saying that, he's kind of just had this, like, chip on his shoulder against Parapus for a while because of it, but it's not actually their fault. Shit. Also, I think the God, why can't I words today? What is the word for the plural? There you go. I think the plural of Parapus is actually just Parapus. So if you see, you would see, like, you see 3 Parapus in the street. I think that's right.
Just the way it is, I suppose. People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth.
Ain't that the truth?
Hard to come by otherwise.
People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth. Yep, that's for damn sure.
Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yet, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, you lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? It makes a man feel as if he owes you.
Wow, yeah, we're going on a journey together, Batlin. Thank you for being our unofficial, like, 47th party member.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor, anyway.
That's true.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can.
It's really funny, right? Because he came here, Batlin came to this island to presumably see information about the tournament so he could report on it and cry about it when he got back to the mainland. But he didn't know we were coming here, and we're the only people that have come here. So if we hadn't been here, then he would have just been sitting around on this island for no reason, which is kind of funny.
For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altabri ahead of you.
Oh, he's going to go
Once
ahead
this
of us.
festival's over,
Okay.
it'll be farewell for the moment. So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Let's do it. We're going to have a couple days of travel coming up to get to Altaberry. I'm going to get my skills up.
Now, time for some fun. Bring out the treats.
Bring out the treats. What are those?
Are? The fruit is called dragon's tears. They're
Ooh.
quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years.
That's cool. Okay. Yep.
Delicious.
Yep.
Beyond delicious.
I don't... has Hulkenberg ever tried a food that she didn't like? I'm not convinced.
Wonderful. This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a dubious metric at best.
That is true.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
Well, here goes. The juice bursts forth as soon as I put it in my mouth.
Sounds. I feel quite.
Oh. Oh my god. Is it are they alcoholic?
Right?
Oh my god.
What's going on? There's something odd about the way those two are laughing.
They're either alcoholic or they're like drugs essentially. Oh no. Oh no, Esme.
But he's crying. What is this fruit?
It's fermented probably.
You see, in old times.
Oh, no, it's drugs.
Ago times, people ate this to reach a higher plane of existence and talk to the gods.
It's what's the name of the drug that like Native Americans use for spiritual, like ayahuasca or something like that? That's what this is.
Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state.
That's really funny, Gina. Some higher state.
Phew. Finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival. Not that I'm complaining.
Oh, the drug I was thinking of, by the way, is not ayahuasca, which is a South American drug. That is a South American drug that is used for like psychoactive communions, but the Native American one is peyote. Okay, sorry, I'm back to normal. Felt like a festival.
Oh,
cool.
And did you hear? The people of this island make a wish over that flame.
Ooh, are we about to rank up Gallica?
It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. We don't often get to relax like this. So why don't you go there with someone?
Ooh, who are we going with? We certainly have plenty of time. This is a rare opportunity. Who should I invite?
Have you decided on someone?
Okay. Stroll, Hulkenberg, Nuris, Heisme, Juna, Yufa, Gallica. So we could take any of... We could take any of our crew. God, this is a hard choice. I think I'm gonna go with Yufa because she is thematically appropriate. And because I like Yufa. But that way I feel like I don't have to make an actual choice about like who's my favorite party member. No, but like this feels like a good thing to do with Yufa specifically. This is like her island and her traditions. So let's do it with Yufa. Also, she's high as fuck right now, which is funny. Oh, or maybe not anymore. The sea looks different today. Mayhaps it is because I am with you. Oh, I'm sorry, I've forgotten something very important. What's that? Our helmet?
I beg your pardon.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, but all is well now. Shall we go? Is this part of the ritual?
Hold on.
Is the mask necessary? There is peril in gazing upon a smile such as mine. So by donning this mask, I am protecting you. What? What are you talking about, Yufa? Oh my god, that's... You see, Juno warned me that my smile was enough to knock everyone out. That's adorable. That is the cutest thing I've ever read in my life.
That was a great help.
Oh my... And thank goodness she did, as my carelessness just now might have killed you. I'm glad I remembered her words before letting myself grin. Oh, Yufa, precious, sheltered island girl. I love you. It's a turn of phrase. What she said was a turn of phrase. An idiom.
Indeed.
What?
Did I misunderstand? I thought surely she meant I was capable of a one-shot kill with a mere smile. I suppose not. I am glad to have learned I'm not, in truth. And I have you to thank for it. Now I'll remove this mask, because it is rather stuffy.
There you go, Yufa. I still don't really understand why the Mistari wear masks on their home island. Like, I get the whole point of the masks when they're abroad, but when they're just like around each other, why would they be wearing the masks all the time? I don't really get it. Because it's clearly not like... Here's the thing, is there are Mistari that don't, right? Like Yufa doesn't, Adeni doesn't, and we saw like ones in the tavern that weren't wearing them. So it's not like it's it doesn't seem like it's the equivalent of, for example, like a burqa, right? Because if it were, then they would always be wearing it. It seems like it's a choice to wear it because people just like prefer it for whatever reason. And I don't know why you would when you're like on your home island and you're not worried about the discrimination you might face on the mainland. I don't know.
Were you able to make your wish? Me too. I wish with all my might that we may receive the Dragon God's blessing as we set out to sea anew. It's largely symbolic now, but the festival actually started out as a ritual. On the eve of the fishing season's arrival, as the first vessel shoved off, we would set a dragon statue alight.
It's all right.
The flames and smoke became a beacon, guiding our fishes in the darkness, as the Dragon God's protection would too. That was the idea. Now we only do it for special departures. I've enjoyed it.
Right.
I've really enjoyed this festival.
I'm quite grateful.
I'm pleased to hear it. What did you wish for? Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy, what an answer there. What an answer there. This is the hardcore romance route. No, this hasn't been a, like, romance route game so far. So I'm going to go for, mine was for everyone. My wish was for the safety of everyone. You are amazing.
Oh, you.
The first time I met you, I felt there was something special. Truly, deeply special about you. And now I know I wasn't mistaken. What do you mean? I mean just what I said. Damn it. I should have told her she was special too.
I'm indebted to you now.
It's so wonderful to have the time to talk with you like this. Thank you very much for inviting me out. Actually, I have a gift for you. If I bring it to the inn, would you do me the honor of receiving it?
Actually...
It's a little keepsake from when I used to dance at festivals. I think it will serve you well on your journey. I'll treasure it. I promise you I will treasure it always. It's not so much about the thing itself. I just wanted to give you something.
Yufa is adorable. I love her. I wonder if there will be any... Ooh, we got a nice summoner weapon. I wonder if there will be any romance in this game at all. Because we've already maxed out... Often the Persona games don't let you do like same gender romances, which has been a point of contention in a number of them. So usually in most games, you're playing as a guy, and so you're romancing female characters. And we have maxed at least one female character so far, which is Hulkenberg. And there was no anything romance about it, so I wonder if that's just indicative of the others. But there was that moment with Yufa where she was like, oh, in our culture, a handshake means something else. And I was like, it's definitely something silly and romantic. Like, a handshake means you're now married. So I wonder if maybe for particular characters, there might be more of a romance vibe. It seems like Brigitte had some more romantic connotations. We haven't finished Brigitte yet, I suppose. But with her being like, if it'll save you, I'll be a slave for the church. Like, that's a pretty heavy thing to say. And it definitely feels like there's a romantic connotation behind it. So, I don't know. We'll find out. There's Fidelio and Basilio.
Tell, you hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
Oh, shit. Do they know his dad?
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it. Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on.
Or maybe the two of them were like kidnapped and were being used for the experiments. Yeah, I kind of think maybe that's it. I think the two of them were used for the Parapus experiments and they managed to escape, or Louis saved them or something.
Del, what do we believe in?
Here we go. Yep.
Are we absolutely positive that, Count Louis's vision and ours have enough in common?
Oh boy, we're starting to get those little seeds of doubt.
I thought we were done talking about this.
Oh, these are like Luis's right-hand men. Jeez. For them to be having doubts is pretty intense.
He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Louis.
Right, like from their perspective, I'm sure it would feel blasphemous to think badly of Louis. It would be like, how can we possibly think badly of or betray the man that we owe our lives to?
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die.
Yeah, that is kind of his whole thing. If they're not strong enough to defend themselves, then they don't deserve to live.
I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Oh, damn.
Hey, what are you two doing on your own? Come join the party. You'll miss the whole festival.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Absolutely smitten.
Do you plan to kill Count Louis?
Oh, shit. Oh, he's just really coming out with it, isn't he? Just directly asking. That's
what are you talking
wild.
About? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Louis anymore.
Oh, shit.
Or maybe it never was.
Oh, shit.
There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Oh, boy. Fidelio he's picking up on some vibes here.
Are you really so worried for Count Louis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
Honestly, that's a really good point. Yeah. By Luis's own measure, if we're able to kill him, then that's what he deserves. That's kind of fucked. That's a really fucked way of looking at the world. Like, there's a meritocracy, and then there's just the idea that someone's value only comes from what they can do and what they can offer, which is just like a far too harsh of a utilitarian way of looking at the world, that people only have value insofar as they can do things.
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
Definitely does not work for Forden. She can say that without any doubts.
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
Basilio's like, what's going on here?
You worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes.
What'd you say? Did she, like, hesitate?
That lance gets past
Oh.
the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
Oh, shit. How did he see that? You weren't supposed to be there?
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
Oh, shit.
You know why? I really like Lady Juna's songs.
Basilio.
And I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
Damn, that was... How did Fidelio see that? He wasn't supposed to see that. He wasn't supposed to be there. Jeez, okay. So tonight's our last night on the island.
So?
Tomorrow's the big day, so let's make sure that we're plenty rested. Gotta talk to everyone.
When we first arrived, I never thought we'd be making the journey to Altaberry with hope in our hearts. Let the waves rock us then. We will prepare ourselves for the trials to come.
I hope the brothers are okay. I don't think they know the particulars of our plan, but we can't let our guard down. Oh, weird. Why is Heismay still showing as dots, but Juna's is showing as like a speech thing? I don't know.
Well,
I just hope we can get out of here without being attacked.
I beg your pardon, but...
Well, Gnome, since we'll be journeying together for some time, I want to thank you for having me. I'm sad to leave my brother, and will miss him dearly, but I know in my heart this will be a grand adventure.
Yes.
I cannot have my stomach grumbling while afield. I should buy myself a small ration of something before we depart. The trouble is finding a food that will not spoil.
Can we leave? No, okay. Alright, nighttime. Let's call it a night.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of
All right, time to head out to Altaberry for the... This is only the second trial that we're going to. There's still one more trial after this. God damn.
I must say, I am sad to leave the island, if for no other reason than every meal here has been an utter delight. I'm almost certain you said the same thing when we left Brylehaven. And Matira, a new world of cuisine is but a few days away if you'll just be patient. Mind your tongue, Stroll. A few days is thrice as many meals.
Wow, you are really taking this hard. Well, when you said your goodbyes to the people in the food, meet at the Gauntlet Runner. Oh, Hulkenberg.
Hold on.
Do I need to buy anything before heading out? When you're ready, everyone will be waiting for you at the Gauntlet Runner. No, I don't think I need to buy anything. I'm pretty set. I'm just gonna teleport there, I suppose. Alright, let's go. Anchors away.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
Where are the bros? Magnus
I say we
bros?
just leave them behind.
Ooh, Heismay.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, Long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan.
Are we sure we're alone? Because we thought we were alone last time, and apparently Fidelio saw.
As soon as we get to Alterbury, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
Absolutely not.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out.
Oh, this one is the false lance? Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, they look...
What do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
They look pretty damn identical, I'd say.
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Alterbury, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Damn, Nuris. How'd you do that? That's crazy.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell us this last night?
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
Quick, quick.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Here we go.
Aye, aye, me hearties.
God, she's so cute.
What's wrong then? Is that
No,
not the customary
Batlin.
explanation of Mr. Batlin was very specific.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Yufa.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
Yeah, it is.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
Alrighty. What's our path? 1, 2.
This is Alterbury Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Okay. That's not... Wait, is Alterbury Heights our final... Is that the capital? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's just a 3-day journey. Just 2 days, and then we'll get there on the third day. Yeah. The capital of the Principality of Montario, a religious city surrounded by mountains. Its central opera house hosts plays preaching sanctus morality. Also, we have Malva, a quaint colony on the outskirts of Alterbury. The villagers live in homes carved out of the mountains, preferring lives of self-sufficiency, notable primarily for its dairy farming. And then that's Grand Trad back there. Okay, so we'll have a couple of sightseeing spots in the way, which is pretty cool.
This place here.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's head for Alterbury Heights. Here's Alterbury Heights. It's quite a ways. Think we'll make it in time? Without a problem. This fine wind will have us making landfall by the morrow, so the whole trip should be 2 nights with 3 days of travel. So I'll only have to endure 1 day of being rock sick. Huh. Now there's a grim face if I ever saw one. Captain, for Stroll's sake, let us make haste.
Tally-ho then.
Full speed ahead to Alterbury Heights, capital of Montario. Take care you don't tumble overboard now. Here we go. Gauntlet Runner,
With
adventure
a new
time.
ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Ooh. Tension. Yeah, okay. 2 more days until we reach Alterbury, I think. Well, at least on this journey, we don't need to worry about that sea monster anymore. Look at us go. Let's talk to people.
You.
Gotta hand it to you. Can't believe you actually got that relic off him. Couldn't afford to cock up a job from Lord Luis, though, could you? Otherwise, you'd just be dead weight.
Seriously.
You realize there was probably a way to get that lance that didn't involve saving that pagan girl, yeah? Though I suppose I can't complain, since you got the lance either way. Still, if you want Count Luis's favor, take my advice and stop playing the hero.
Thank goodness we're finally bidding farewell to that sweltering heat. The island and its people were absolutely lovely, though. How do the islanders deal with such heat? Though I suppose hair like mine only amplifies the problem. Goodbye, heat. Okay, we can do courage. We could also do wisdom, which is cool and good. How's everything looking? Courage is pretty dang good. Our wisdom is pretty low. Oh yeah, our wisdom is very low. So I think that's for sure what we're gonna do. Anything to cook? Nope. Nothing to cook. Okay. Let's go spend some time with Hulkenberg. Hold on. Anything else? Imagination? No. I want that wisdom. Because there are no wisdom books is the other thing. So if I don't do this, I might miss out on my chance to get wisdom.
Well met.
Gnome, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Let's do it. Yep.
Right.
We played this game before.
You see?
Yeah, we've seen that. What's she gonna do? What's her tactic this time round? Hulkenberg activated a unit with a magic igniter. My piece, a foot soldier, was unable to retaliate and was defeated. Magic's reach extends further than the blade of a sword. Pieces carelessly placed are destined to meet a hasty and ignoble end.
What should we do?
Imagine a situation in which your opponent deploys an entire squadron of magic igniter users. What units would you send to meet them? I would send... I'm not honestly really sure what the difference is between heavy infantry and cavalry. I don't think it's archery unit, because they'll be ranged and the magic people can hit them ranged. But I'm thinking heavy infantry, but I don't really know what the difference between heavy infantry and cavalry is, so this may be wrong.
Well then,
I'd move in with heavy infantry.
Perhaps.
No. Heavy infantry excels in close quarters combat and can withstand an archer's barrage. However, their armor does not to resist magic's incendiary touch. Okay. I'm going to reload real quick. Be right back. Okay, so we're back here. I still don't think it's archer unit. I think I'm going to say cavalry. So what's the difference? Tell me. Educate me. I'd send in the cavalry.
True.
A wise decision. The cavalry will close the distance and shatter the enemy's formation before the igniters can be employed to any real detriment. I'm not really sure what the difference is. I pointed out an effective move. My wisdom feels sharper as a result.
all right.
Okay, I'm gonna do some research. Oh my god, that's such a tiny little wisdom boost. Oh, it's painful. Now that you familiarize yourself with each of your soldiers' aptitudes, it is time you made your next move. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp, just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Cliffshade Camp. Okay, so we should reach the city the day after tomorrow. I can feel the temperature dropping since we made landfall. I bet it'll be pretty cold in Altabury. Yeah, we're on land again. Look at that. So I looked it up. Infantry are foot soldiers, and cavalry are riders, which makes a lot of sense about what Hulkenberg was saying about closing the distance quickly, because you need to get there in as you want to take as few attacks as possible from the magic users before you get in to strike yourself. Now that we've made landfall, I admit I miss the sight of the Sea Runner gliding gracefully through the water. Then again, nothing quite like the sight of those legs kicking off the ground with all that power. Tonight I shall bask in the beauty of our fine Gauntlet Runner.
All right.
Okay, we got a bunch of imagination up here. And some more imagination inside. So we can just do imagination with whoever we want. But it's all imagination. I think I'll go with Yufa.
Pardon me, but...
Oh, no. Are you free at the moment? I just finished meditating, and I'd like to talk with you a bit, if you don't mind.
What did that just say? Oh, planning for the future with Yufa. I thought it said planning for my future with Yufa.
I want to...
Hold on. I am going to just quickly save before we do this, just in case there's a choice here. Gotta maximize those stats. Yeah, let's do it.
I've only heard about the outside world from imported books and my brother's stories. I can't believe that starting today, I will travel those lands myself. I never would have had the confidence to attempt such a venture on my own. I am truly glad to have met you and everyone else, Gnome.
Same here. I'm glad I was able to meet you too, Yufa.
To meet all of you and embark on this journey, it almost feels as though all this was guided by the will of a great power. Speaking of which, Juna graciously gave me some advice about trips such as this one. She said, make sure you keep one eye on your wallet whenever you're in town, and never, ever, ever follow a stranger somewhere. Juna's kindness truly knows no end. I feel quite lucky to go on a trip with so many people watching over me.
I love that Juna's decided to be Yufa's big sister.
Oh, that reminds me. I meant to ask you, what were things like when you began this journey, Gnome? I must admit, I am somewhat curious about the place where your mission began. It is my hope that one day, when this is all over, that I may visit it.
I felt my imagination grow as Yufa and I discussed the possibilities ahead of us. Oh my goodness, that was so much imagination. Why did it move the tiniest amount for the number of imagination points we just got? That's bullshit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was having so much fun talking with you that time escaped me. Is it alright if we continue?
That was 7 imagination points. That's crazy. Yufa and I talked for a while.
Time marches on.
Okay.
And the age of a new king draws
to
nearer.
day 2 of our trek. Oh, no, we're not doing the same music as usual.
It would seem that...
We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Montario from the island, but I never imagined I would see them this close. Alterbury remains cold year-round, so, quite accordingly, its people have perfected the art of the piping hot stew. And it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom, as well. I suppose that will be the stage of our confrontation with Luis.
I guess.
Let's keep our hopes high. We can't just be talking about stuff like this when the brothers are on board. Let's calm down. Okay, this is the music I was waiting for. There are some tall mountains on the horizon. Okay. What are our options today? We can do courage, imagination. And that's it. So either courage, imagination, or a book. What do you guys got to say?
About time we made it to the mountains. Never much minded sea travel myself. Basilio, though, he turns green at the thought.
Where is Basilio?
We're returning to land earlier than I expected. Shame about leaving behind the fishing. If we had the luxury of time on our journey, I wonder what bounties of the mountain and woodlands I might have found as well.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had time. Okay, Yufa.
Hey.
Seems like Del's foot's all healed up now, thanks to Lady Rella. Now what's got you looking so pleased? Bah, can't make sense of all this.
Okay. What do I want to do today? Let's see. Our imagination stat is just above the circle. Our eloquence stat is just below the circle. Tolerance is above. Wisdom is a good deal below. So I should do eloquence. That's the lowest of the, of the non-wisdom ones. I can't do anything about wisdom. There are more books. Oh, there are new books. Maybe Yufa added some to the collection. How to walk outside the island. Is this going to be wisdom? Oh, that would be so amazing. That would be huge if so. This appears to be a Mastari-authored travelogue and guide of lands outside the island. It's been thoroughly annotated by Yufa. I've yet to start reading it. Mastari's guide to life outside the island. It must be tough for them. Oh, tolerance. Whatever. I'm gonna read the new book. Yeah. Read the book. Whatever. This travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside Virga Island, told through the Mastari author's first-hand experience. It contains practical guides for things like creating an altar while traveling or making eye contact with unmasked people. Actually... No, God, I'm conflicted, right? Because I really should be ranking up my courage. That's the only stat that's actually blocking me for anything right now. Oh, God. You know what? Shoot. I've been putting off my courage, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna reload real quick. Okay, yeah, so I'll have time to read that book later, but I'm thinking for now courage makes more sense because I'm pretty close with my courage, and that way, once that's done, I'll be able to spend some time with Alonzo, who's currently blocked right now.
Hey.
What's up, Stroll?
Hey Gnome, good timing. I was just about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you've got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles.
Let's do it. Yep.
Well then.
Maintaining two-handed swords can be a bit of a pain sometimes. They're heavier, there's more to polish. Sometimes I forget how surprisingly easy it is to maintain one-handed swords. Its upkeep is one of two important qualities to consider when choosing your weapon. What do you suppose the other is?
Stylishness. I'm gonna say it's feeling. Like it's like weightedness, how it feels in your hand. It's feeling.
That's right.
The feeling when you hold it, where you just know, like intuition.
Intuition, eh? Actually, that's a good word for it. An unconscious harmony shared between the blade and its wielder.
Stroll's fighting spirit seems even more bolstered now. I feel my courage has increased. Cool. Is that enough? It is indeed. That's maxed our courage. We are now heroic.
Why, that's...
Okay, cool. We've got our courage maxed.
Once you find a weapon that's a perfect fit for you, care for it with all your heart, and it will respond in kind. Perhaps I'll find something like that along this journey. Meeting new people and discovering new things in a new land. All of it leads me to who I will be. I've begun to understand that after my travels with you.
I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons. Okay, we are maxed on courage. Cool.
Come look at this.
Ahoy, you lot! You lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
Good. Give me some wisdom.
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff.
Yep.
A bluff so tremendous, it fills one's vision.
Yep.
This massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation? None can say.
Whoa. That's really cool.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. Indeed, falling off of that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying and exhilarating, I imagine.
Makes me want to scream. I don't know why, but I suddenly want to scream out into this distance.
Damned bull-faced sanctus scullions!
What?
Gah! Oi! What's gotten into you? My, that was rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner.
Speaking of...
I am reminded of the time you were all yelling before me. It was a rather terrible experience, I admit. But if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn!
I feel you. Yes. I'm with you there.
Hee. How amusing. I would also like to try screaming as well.
What's the matter?
I fully intended to do it, but the words just won't come out at all, and Oh, this girl is just too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anybody else have anything to yell about?
I sense that gazing off the cliff's edge and being filled with an inexplicable urge to scream has somehow broadened my wisdom. Right. Yeah, baby. Give me that wisdom. I'm getting wiser. Wiser and wiser.
As for me...
Oh, then I suppose it's old Nurse's turn. I prepared a list of complaints that I wish I could recite to you all on a daily basis and...
Rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold.
Yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions.
See ya, Nurse.
But I must scream! As always, I've drawn this place. Here.
Thank you. I'll keep Nurse's picture as a souvenir of our journey.
The Gauntlet Runner.
We have another one on the way.
Rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
We should arrive in town tomorrow. We've only got a limited amount of time to enjoy these quiet moments. Once we get to Altabury, well, you know what's going to happen. Do we? I'm not sure that we do. Hey, look at them.
At this pace, we'll reach Altabury sometime tomorrow. You got the lance in the end, so I'll not deny you've got the skills for this. But I'll still be watching you until it's in Count Luis's hands.
Hey.
The night chills are creeping in. Suppose that means we're closing in on Altabury. And once the lance is in Lord Luis's hands, I'll be out of your hair, eh? The days really flew by.
Alright.
Okay, what are our options? We got imagination, imagination, imagination. Imagination or imagination. What a lineup. I think I'm gonna go with Juna. How's our imagination doing? It's pretty good. I don't know if this will quite get us there. It should, honestly. If it ends up being another, 7. But I don't know if it will. Oh, if it isn't Gnome. I'm so bored. And I'm just not in the mood to sing. It sure would be nice to have someone to talk to. By recalling the past and planning for the future with Juna, maybe I can hone my imagination. Let's spend some time talking to Juna. I can hardly believe that we got hold of the Divine Lance. I knew teaming up with you was the wise move. Your strengths and competencies are impeccable, naturally. But most of all, I appreciate the rapport I've enjoyed with all of you. Do I want to go the You're Strange route? Seems you fit right in.
Got it.
Well, it seems you fit right in then. Yes, I've always been adept at blending into my current milieu. What does that word mean, milieu? I've never heard that. But I'm not actually doing that. I'm actually not doing that much of that with you all. I'm just being myself. For so many other people, I gave them what they desired. I performed the role of sweet, virtuous Juna the songstress. But you don't treat me that way. I was a little miffed and even disappointed because of it, to be honest.
But
I'm sure you'll be a shining star one day. Actually, I'm absolutely positive about it. And this is coming from me, so you better believe in yourself. I felt my imagination increase as June and I speculated about our future.
All right.
Come on. Oh my god. Tough crowd on imagination. Is it that time already? I do feel a mite drowsy, but we can talk just a bit more before we have a kip, can't we? June and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Tis nearly time.
'Tis only a ways further until we reach Alterbury. The city is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Luis is already there. Sooner or later, we have to hand Dracodios over to him. Dracodios. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they will leave out any unnecessary details.
got it?
We just have to stand tall and be confident. If you have to sell a lie, look him straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it. Here we go. Last day. Tonight we'll deliver the lance to Luis. This will be the last time we'll be able to relax for a while. Once we arrive, we'll be jumping right into it. I can't blame you for feeling nervous. After all, we know it's coming. Okay.
All right.
What are our options? We have wisdom. Oh, yeah, we gotta do that.
It's coming up.
We're finally getting close to Alterbury. Saint's Day Eve at the Opera House. There's never been a stage quite like this. Not for me, and especially not for you.
It's going to be much colder in Alterbury, you know. You're ready to layer up and keep warm, I hope. You furless tribes have to do what you can. Winter's never really phased us, Yurjif, I suppose. The Divine Lance. They can call it reclamation, but the Sanctus are pillaging the pagans' treasures, pure and simple. Sanctism's got nothing for us. We got no faith in that god, or the Sanctus, and that's why we stand with Count Luis.
Yeah, I mean, the unfortunate truth is that the way that the world has been presented is people really just have the two choices. It's like Sanctism or Luis. Pick one. Where's Basilio?
All right then.
Is he down? Hey, there you are.
Damn it.
A Sanctus festival, is it? I get a pit in my stomach just thinking about it going off without a hitch. Least it gives me a chance to hear Lady Juna sing, though. Better clean out your ears, eh? It's a privilege to listen to her, so don't go wasting it.
Where's the ladder? Oh, here it is. Okay, well, we gotta do wisdom. We absolutely must. Gonna be another board game time with Hulkenberg. Gotta take that wisdom where we can get it. Gnome, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, can I get it right on the first try this time? As long as it uses words I know. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while. Oh, it didn't even give me a choice. Okay, that's fine. I guess we've run through them all. God, it's such a tiny amount of wisdom. It's minuscule.
Nura speaking.
This is Nuris. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
Before
Yep, another one. Come on, give me more wisdom. Even more.
Graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During
Double
the
wisdom.
Axe War, This land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
That's rough.
Just look at it.
Whoa, these bridges are huge.
'Tis an area defined by its numerous valleys. The bridges connect the flatlands and increase the number of the amount of places in which people may live. Ah, that makes sense. But if those bridges were to fall in battle, those people would end up isolated.
Hey.
Yes, all very fascinating, but have you looked at what's directly in front of you? Those are the bones of people, aren't they?
They are the remains of those who fell during the Annex War. This was the site of a fierce battle. The dead were left to the elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial.
This land is tragic. War is tragic. And we shouldn't disrespect the fallen here.
Yeah.
Indeed. I can't bear to think of something on this scale happening again. It brings me no pleasure to see it, yet 'tis valuable to experience the cold reality of battle beyond the legends and tales of valor. Carve this memory into your hearts.
This is why the magla that drifts about this place carries such an oppressive weight. I can feel the sadness and regret of those whose lives came to an end here. I feel as though my wisdom has deepened after considering those who found their eternal rest here. Okay, we got 4 wisdom boosts on this gauntlet runner. That's pretty good. We're almost at the circle with wisdom.
Hey.
Something wrong, Norris? Your face has gone blue. There's a shadow behind you. Behind you, Norris, I just saw... Ah! Do refrain from doing that again. Things of this manner are not my forte. Why, Norris, I'm surprised you put any stock in scary stories. You're a more gentle soul than I gave you credit for. Too true, too true. Before all else, I am a delicate flower.
Well then,
shall we make a quiet departure, so as not to rouse the dead?
That's my fault.
I'm sorry to have made such a fuss. I would like to give those who died a proper send-off and drew this with that in mind.
I'll take this with me so I don't forget the people whose lives came to an end here. All right, this is it. Our arrival.
Capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Euchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
Ooh, cutscene.
The seat of sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
Interesting.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
Ooh, this is very, like, ominous and foreboding. What's this place gonna be? Let's see. We decided to present Luis with Dracodios, Lance of the Dragon God, aboard his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius. Let's hope he doesn't find out the lance is a fake.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
It is indeed.
I am called Euphazia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
Why would she detest you?
I owe my life to them. And I understand they operate under your guidance.
What have you done? Have you done like bad stuff to the Mustari?
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Fortin. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raze their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Luis. Why are you so despicable? Is this what's going to make Basilio and maybe Fidelio like turn on him?
What?
Why are you surprised?
No, Basilio looks very unfazed by this.
At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Yep, he is.
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work.
Also, like...
Take care of yourselves.
Why did he feel it necessary to share that? You're just being an asshole. Like, even if that was a true thing that you would have done, there was no need to present that information other than just being a dick. Trying to, like, exert your power.
Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day Festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and
Yep.
sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
This is where Fortin dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Luis, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Oh boy, he's gonna be there.
I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation.
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Soon, Fortin's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, buddy.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
Oh boy, what's gonna... I don't think we're gonna, like, kill Luis here. I feel like some other shit's gonna happen.
It seems the land's past muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Oh, Yufa.
Yufa? Are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt?
That's the thing, right? Is he can say all he wants that it's for the greater good, but when you say that without any guilt, it doesn't really hold much meaning. Like, if his reaction were to be like, I'm very glad you were able to obtain this without any bloodshed, you know, I like acquiring this by any means necessary was of utmost importance, so if you hadn't been able to get it, I would have done what had to be done, but I'm happy that it didn't come to that. Like, that's very different than him saying, well, you saved me the convenience. It's just, there's like no humanity behind it. I don't get it. He's like, where is his empathy?
I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. Now,
yeah.
you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. and now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
That's true. We are top 10.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the
or
palm
not.
of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
Maybe not.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, I'm freezing my wings off.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
Yeah, are there Mustari
In
here?
times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Interesting.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house.
Yeah, I feel like I remember hearing, like, you know, that Montario was really like the home of magic and of diverse faiths and everything, and the Sanctus basically just like took it over by force.
Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism
Of
reclaimed
course it
this
is.
land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
Yeah,
One
that's
of
a
these
good idea.
Mustarians really exists. It may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Let's do it. All right, we got a whole new town to explore. Here we go, baby.
Speaking of,
If it is a Mustari-owned inn we seek, then I know of one in the center of town. 'Tis called Skywood Tavern. I recall it being rather pleasant, with very little that would point to its Mustari roots.
certainly.
It was on Diafranco Street, if I'm not mistaken.
So cold. At least Hulkenberg is in her element. Can we get going before we freeze, though? Actually, I said before that we need like someone from Ontario in the party. I think Hulkenberg is from Ontario, if I remember correctly. Okay, we got a few memorandum entries. Opera House. An opera house built long ago in Montario's capital of Altabury, mostly reserved for special Sanctus functions. The theater's unorthodox structure is born of being carved out of a cave from the foot of the rocky mountain beneath the monolith. Famed for its opulent grandeur, it boasted the highest guest capacity in the kingdom until the building of the Regalith Grand Cathedral. Murky Graveyard. A mass grave stretching beneath a bridge connecting to Altabury. Tens of thousands of casualties of the Annex War rest there, and in the middle stands a giant memorial monument. The grave was made to mourn for the many who could not be buried above ground due to lack of flat land, but it has since been ravaged by wild dogs and monsters. Piles of bleached bones, now exposed to the elements, can be seen from the bridge above. The truth of the Parapus riots. Batlin, a Sanctus Crier, revealed more about the Parapus-led riots. According to him, the riots began not of the Parapus' own volition, but were instead the result of madness caused by the magic igniter experiments run by the Sanctus Church in the shadow of the law. If true, then the Parapus would also be victims in the incident. Heisme, who lost his son during the riots, was unaware of this information. Okay, so it is the same riots that his son died during. Altabury Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario, deep in the snowy mountains. Originally a small, empty plateau, most of the city's modern-day structure was developed through workers' labor. The lower level in particular was developed over the last century and features a vast bridge over a deep ravine. The city's distant grandeur among the misty peaks, when viewed from the foot of the mountain, has earned it the occasional nickname of the City in the Sky. Said to be the birthplace of Sanctism, it is home to a mysterious towering stone called the Monolith, and the entire city is renowned as a holy land. The Saints' Day festival takes place here every autumn, with some worshippers making long cross-kingdom pilgrimages to attend. Okay. Colorodeo Cliff. A section of coastal cliff between Virga Island and Montario. Though the precipitous chalk bluffs are breathtaking in their own right, the great horizontal fissure within this cliff, as if ripped from the land itself, is said to stir onlookers' hearts to sense the presence of some existence or entity beyond all mortal knowledge. a nursery tale familiar to all the kingdom's subjects, explains that the crack was caused by the immense outpouring of power when God bestowed magic upon the lowly beasts we now know as tribesfolk. Monolith. A massive, naturally levitating rock at the highest point of elevation in the heart of Altabury. Said to be a rock shaped by God's own hands, the mysterious site was proclaimed sacred ground by the Sanctus Church. It is theorized that it levitates because of a large magma crystal vein in the nearby land, but the church's designation prevents scholars from approaching, so the surrounding geology has never been researched to full understanding. The Royal Magic Protection in Dueling. It was discovered that there is an exception to the protective magic that prohibits the forceful elimination of a top-ranking candidate. A duel, a battle in which both parties agree to fight after formally declaring their identities. With these conditions met, the protective magic is revoked no matter the candidate's place in the ranking. Pagan Festival. A Virga Island festival praying for the safe voyage of ships. Originally marked the annual first day of fishing season. An effigy of the dragon god is lit aflame, serving as both an offering for the dragon god and a beacon for sailors in the night. These days, however, it's a tradition of more cultural significance than practical. Historically, dangers apparently befallen villagers who went to sea without holding the festival beforehand. Dragon's Tear. A sacred fruit harvested only once every few years on Virga Island, also called a phantom fruit as it's never seen outside the island. Many of its harvests are used in rituals to converse directly with the gods, but it is also served on special occasions like festivals or to special guests. Their sugary, succulent juices and rich flavor make them quite a treat. It must be noted, however, that those who eat one tend to behave most unusually for a short period thereafter. Yeah, most unusually. Can't imagine why. Okay, let's check out Altabury.
Why, you little...
Curse that driver getting lost in the mountains and in the snow no less. I thought I'd freeze to death.
I'm supposing the inns around here are all full, too. I wonder if we'll have to go to the far side of the street.
Well met, eh?
Look around. Everything to see.
Hey!
We welcome ye to Altabury. Good lord, aren't you that elder candidate? Out with you. Go back whence you came. This land is under the protectorate of the Sanctus Church. We've no shelter for heathens.
I guess we've reached some level of notoriety, haven't we? We sure have. Yeah, and we're in Sanctusville right now. They don't like us, Elda, here.
This is the best.
I hear there's a motley crew of candidates gathered here. This year's Saints' Day is looking to be the most festive celebration we've had yet. I've heard rumors those relics once belonged to the church, which would mean His Eminence Forden's standing is as good as assured.
Phew. Finally got those nattering nobles off my carriage. It's always like this round Saints' Day. I just can't abide how self-absorbed all those hoity-toities are. I'm so cold. Stop, I'm wagon sick. Forget Altabury's up a bloody mountain, did you? If you don't like the carriage, go on and buy yourself a gauntlet runner, why don't you? Suppose that put me right out of a job, though.
Yeah, I do suppose it would, but, you know, you're not wrong.
Stop!
You're the elder who made a mess of the exhibition in Briarhaven, aren't you? Listen here, Altabury is the stronghold of the Sanctus Church. You don't stand a chance.
If you say so. Yeah, something tells me we are not going to kill Luis here, and we are also not going to drop out of the competition. I don't really see either of those two things happening.
Oh there.
You there. Is the view not spectacular here? That impressive structure out there is called the monolith. The rumors were true. It looks like a scripture jutting out of the sky more than the ground. Truly a sight to behold. With the Opera House at its base, it's truly the city's landmark. It was well worth the trip from Grand Trad to lay eyes upon it.
Wonderful, isn't it?
What's over here?
Yes,
Oh, it's this guy.
Not in my wildest imaginings did I believe you'd survive long enough to meet me here in Altabury. In all honesty, I'm shocked you made it past the exhibition. Nevertheless, you'll be sorry to know I've acquired my offering relic as well. Such a spectacular offering will surely astound citizens and candidates alike.
miss your chance to sell
Mag
now.
broker. Ooh. Yeah, slightly higher price. Thanks, Brigida. Okay, so you're at 8 right now. Ooh, boy. So what would it be on a rainy day? Could get a lot. I like the scaling as you go from city to city that the game has. How, like, item scale, money scales, like, attribute scale. It's nice. What's that? Bounties? I would love to check, but I'm kind of busy right now. Come back when things have settled down a bit. I've got lots of requests. Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right then.
Can I go this way? Is this a way we can go?
There's nothing there.
It's a big city, so let's stay on the route we have to be on for now. Nope, it is not. Or at least it's not now. Maybe later. Why am I not? Swordboarding.
Say there.
Make people think even weirder of the Elda in town.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
You.
So you're the Elder causing all the rumors. That other candidate Lovelace has been searching all over for you. I don't know what you did to the lad, but I don't want any trouble in the city, am I clear?
What did we do to Lovelace?
What's his it?
Only thing down there is the hot spring and the magic shop. Hardly worth the climb back up. This whole city was excavated out of a mountainside. You get used to it, I suppose. Can we go down here? We can. Nice. Okay, so that'll take us back up.
Oh, cripes.
I'm here to celebrate Saints' Day, but one wrong turn and I'm utterly lost. Oh dear, there's something foul in the air. Where in heaven's name am I? In this city, the upper classes reside in luxury in their mansions up high, while those of lesser means and values disgrace the public order down below. What are we in, Midgar?
This place.
So this is the hot spring. The water here is supposed to melt away your anxiety and nervousness. Hey, this is no time to be kicking back in a hot spring. We'll come back another time. Come on, let me go. There we go.
Look, I don't give a toss who's king. I just
Magic
want some
shop.
coin.
I don't care who becomes king. I just want someone to give me money.
What would you like?
Anything new? Magic shops always have the same bullshit. Okay. Don't need it.
Look, I don't give a toss who's king. I just want some coin.
I just want some coin. Oi. How about some coin?
Okay, we got an item shop here. Anything new or interesting here? Or is this all just usual? Oh, we can get some stuff appraised. Appraise. Cool. Sell. Yeah, we have some stuff to sell. Okay, any new stuff to buy? Cures any status ailment for one ally. That's... Oops, no, I just want to get 10 of these. 25,000? Yeah, sure. May inflict daze on one enemy. Sure, let's get 10 of those. Remove all buff effects on enemies. Removes all debuff effects on all allies. Cool. Yuki. Oh, wait, hold on. Did you have other tabs? No. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Oops, not what I meant to press.
All right then.
Going this way. Okay, we got a weapon shop here. How expensive is this shit here gonna be?
Get yourself a good...
Yep. Brigida says give him a discount. Okay. Oh boy. Oh buddy, oh boy. It's not cheap. Not cheap, that's for sure. You're not making shit cheap. Okay. What's going on?
Besides Luis, all the candidates gathered here are intimidating and truly fearsome in a fight. Just being near them has me quivering.
And what is it?
Fighting an opponent and loving someone are actually pretty similar. Success in both pursuits ultimately comes down to tenacity. You'll only wear yourself out by swinging a sword wildly. Instead, it's all about having the strength to endure it all. Defense and perseverance are the greatest defense.
Ah, hello.
Okay, what you got? What do you got? A parka? Okay. Which is just normal. Strength +3, magic +3, magic +6. Ooh. Cool. And some boring stuff. Magic +4. Strength +3, magic +3, agility. Okay. Potentially. Some potentials here. Okay. Over here? Anything? Ooh, look at this.
Really now?
Do not try my patience. I will not ask you again. Have you seen a member of the Mustari tribe come through here? Like I keep telling you, it were a assault I saw. You're trying to blame the Mustari for crimes they didn't commit again, ain't you?
Good on you, Parapus. Hold on. Was there someone to talk to here? Yeah, I'm sorry. I fear the increasing number of warrior monks as Saints' Day approaches. We have converted to their Sanctus faith, yet they still despise us. Somewhere in their hearts, they still see us as lesser. I couldn't tell you how many Mustari have been imprisoned for crimes they didn't commit. Oh, it's you.
Oh, well.
Well, color me surprised. Your being here tells me you've also obtained a divine relic. I hardly had to lift a finger to get mine, thanks to my contacts, but I can only imagine the toll it must have taken on you. By the by, there's a podium in the city too, isn't there? I see them frequently in Brialhaven, but to be honest, I couldn't bear to listen. Those were the ravings of a madman. A cheap ale, the only purpose of which was to intoxicate the masses. Perhaps it's time I look to the pulpit. Electing a king and looking to the future requires the acumen of an enlightened thinker.
Come take a gander.
Saint's Day is the best. Even in code like this, I'm raking in the sales. Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella's portraits are in high demand every year. I do hope Master Godot would be moving a little better. He is a candidate for the throne after all. Huh, well, suppose I overpriced him. Ha. Sorry, Godot.
What's up?
Looking for a place to stay? The inn's right up ahead, mate.
Who'll take the crown now?
Cool. Not gonna go listen to that crowd because it's always just so much.
Hang on a minute, you.
We're restricting the number of people on this path due to construction. Only those with a valid permit may pass through this way.
Where do I get a permit?
Permits are distributed to those who have made donations to the church. Besides, aren't you the elder candidate that's center of so much gossip? Your foul reputation has reached as far as the city. I'd give up on seeking passage here if I were you.
What a foul reputation. We haven't done anything wrong. Something tells me he's not going to see things our way, though.
Elden rubbish. My money's on Sanctifex. That damned Luis.
Alright, let's go to this inn, Diafranco Street.
You're not serious.
What are you selling? Excuse me, but have you ever considered growing flowers? Sounds interesting, but it sounds like too much of a time commitment. Well, that's certainly understandable. I sell not only beautiful flowers, but also special seeds. Perhaps some hero's jeweled root seed are more your style. They're certainly more practical. These seeds are a premium crop, so the price reflects that, but any interest?
So long, then.
Very well. I'll not sell seeds to someone who wouldn't give them the love and care they need. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's worth it, timing-wise, for that.
Do you need something?
The church is up these stairs. Keep going and you'll find the Montario Opera House. You've come for Saints' Day, haven't you? If you're looking for an inn, take that path down.
Indeed, 'tis not so bad.
Saints' Day is right around the corner. I've heard they're dedicating some pagan relics at the tournament. You think I could use my connections to nab a few for my shop? Oh, I'm sure they'd fetch a fine price. Ah, what a creep. What does he think divine relics are? Toys for nobles?
Alright then.
Which way am I going? I'm going down, so let's go up first. Ooh, butcher. Get some food.
Care to buy some meat, lad? Come now, no need to be so wary, just come on the parapus.
We'll buy 6 of these and 10 of these.
Well now, what are we on about?
The city will surely flourish by hosting the tournament during Saints' Day, but it vexes me that we must receive such a swath of unruly and pious rabble. I only wish that they showed the proper respect for these hallowed celebrations. I'll throw them in the dungeons if they continue behaving like ill-mannered swine. God, the religious force in this world is just bullshit. Water. You got anything good? Fruit cordial, mellow milk, Orgo sugar. Okay. You know what? Hold on. Let's just stock up on these. The dedication ceremony will take place at the opera house above here, won't it? Oh, I can't wait. Okay, well, let me go this way. It will. I've already been to the street. Opera House Square. No, I haven't.
Well, nothing I can do about it.
Hold on. Is there anything that way? If I go over here? No, there isn't. Up and up and up we go.
Proper aces.
Massive statue. Get a load of these statues. You know, without the monolith overshadowing everything, you can see just how dazzling the opera house really is. You go inside?
Let's not.
No, okay. Let go. There we go. Wow, no one around here wants to talk about anything.
You're not so irreverent.
Have you seen the white clads over there? Those brazen bastards are acting like they own the place in our very own holy city. Though they may be feared as the strongest army in the nation, we warrior monks still have our pride. We'll be hosting the most eminent dignitaries in the nation and the divine relics. I swear in the name of sanctism that our security will be impenetrable. I bet those monk soldiers are itching to get their hands on Luis. Ha, how foolish. Be a futile effort. They can't lay a hand on him because of the king's protective magic after all. That's what you think.
Amazing.
Oh my god, what's down this path? Oh, nothing. Oh my goodness, it just drops off. You can just come look over here if you, ooh, got a gold beetle. You can just come, like, look over there if you are crazy, apparently.
Amazing.
Okay, let's go down this way. Where does this lead? Woo! Oh, another roadblock. Didn't they tell you at the Blue Sky Bridge, only those with permits are allowed on this road? We're expanding the road to support the passage of gauntlet runners, which means you'll be able to cross as soon as construction is finished. Mind you, that could take a few years. Or not. Okay. I see people down there. Let me through.
No, isn't
Rude.
that something? I'm asking you.
Okay, go down this way instead. Woo!
Well, nothing I can do about
I love riding my sword around. It's the most efficient mode of transportation. Okay. So not up that way. Right, we want to go back down. We want to go this way now.
Well then, if you say you'll help.
You're looking for an inn run by the Mastari tribe. Just go down this path and it'll be on your right. My memory serves me right. I believe it's called the Skywood Tavern. That's what we've heard. Anyone over here? No?
You're not serious.
Nothing over here. There's more.
Ridiculous.
Luis is the wretched knave who commanded his subordinates to steal the royal scepter from the Grand Cathedral in Grand Trad. I can only imagine what wicked tricks the villain has up his sleeve for Saints' Day. No harm in preparing for the worst, I always say.
Now what am I to do?
No harm in preparing for the worst. You know what? I agree with that. Oh, it's this guy.
You little...
Oh, look who decided to turn up. You got some nerve showing that mug in front of me. Huh? Oh, what? Did we do something to you? Oh, playing the fool, are we? I see your game. But what's good for the goose is good for the... I'll settle the score with you shortly.
Oh.
Maybe he's had one too many. We'll let him be for now. What is... Yeah, what is he mad at us for?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Wait.
Wait.
A band of
Oh.
youths with a knight and a Euchief. Are you perhaps the candidate who brought Joanna the Sanctoress to confess?
Indeed I am. What you
One
gonna do
glance
about
and
it?
you knew. Listen, we just...
I don't care if you did the deed or not, but please
Oh,
take your
no.
business elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I have my own reputation to think about.
You follow Sanctism's teachings?
You? A Mastari who wears no mask?
Yeah, she's just out and open.
I'm Euphazia. I'm the priestess of Verga. No, of Etria.
We just renamed it.
Impossible. The island priestess would never leave the village behind.
Well, guess what? You're looking
I
at her.
have my reasons, but I wish to see the outside world that I might better protect our island. I have no proof, but...
You would raise another tribe to the throne.
Indeed.
'Tis a longer story than we've time to tell. We only wish to avoid a tyrant's reign. Yet 'tis not from our own ambition that I speak so. The throne belongs to one truly worthy.
But if you insist, we will leave.
It's just... You look so like the priestess before you, I can't just turn you away.
Hey.
Fine. You can stay here, as long as you don't make trouble for me.
Thank you. I suppose it is easier to understand each other without the masks in the way.
Not all of us mainland Mastari hate the Sanctus Church. We'd rather preserve the peace we have. And...
Yeah, I just want to keep their heads down.
It's a sorry excuse for an innkeep who turns away travelers.
Thank you. We're in...
Oops.
Oh, look, they've got food and booze here too. And it's so much cooler, which means fewer bugs. Perfect.
It seems they have an imitation of the island spring here. We can bathe. I should invite Juno when she's back.
Bathe? You'd be mad to hope a hot spring replica could take the edge off this chill.
Cold or not, there's nothing more refreshing than bathing. Would you care to join us?
We gotta...
I should think not. For reasons too numerous to count.
Hot Spring episode is obligatory for Persona games.
Why?
Anyway, strategy meeting. Let's get on with it.
They all probably bathe together in at Ria on Verga Island. That's fun. I love Stroll's just like embarrassed
So
reaction.
we seek to assassinate Luis.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's just talk about that.
Difficult task. But you look to have an idea. Let's have it.
What do you got?
First, the when. Under normal circumstances, we'd want to get him on the move. Maybe walking through a crowd while he's got less guards. That would be the plan. But unfortunately, that'd only work if he was someone with common sense. Someone without combat ability. Or someone who'd want to avoid collateral damage.
Yeah, he has no qualms about killing off anyone.
And that isn't Luis. Worst case, he uses civilians as shields while more of his personal guard catch up. And things go sideways before we can get it done.
But once he's inside the Opera House, he'll have a security detail at his beck and call. Even if we can sneak in, getting to him.
If we can't target him in transit, and we've practically zero chance of getting close to him, that leaves us with only one option.
What's our option? I don't think we can join his personal guard. So attack from a distance?
We attack from a distance.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
A bow and arrow isn't gonna do much good, right? It needs to be the lance.
Are we gonna huck it like a javelin?
Of course.
Yeah.
So, what if we threw the lance? Pierced him through from a distance?
That... God.
Yufa, as the priestess, you can command the lance to return to you if it's far away, right?
You would have me use that power in reverse to cast it out instead.
Oh, can she?
According to Juna, the ceiling of the Opera House has a chandelier big enough to support a person. From above, we target Luis in the royal box seats.
Look at this. Look at this drawing.
You realize the entire audience is below that lighting? A stunt like that would get us noticed instantly.
I love this. Is like heist vibes. I love this.
Wait, are you suggesting we do this during the show?
Luis would be distracted. It's the best opportunity we could ask for. Besides, with you for there, we can even recover the lance easily.
It's true. Yeah, it wouldn't like there wouldn't even be a murder weapon left behind.
Hold a moment. I would need to launch it like an arrow. Such distance and such speed would require incredible focus. I don't think I could do it while aiming.
Then just concentrate on the sheer mental force of it. Someone else can take over the role of actually throwing.
So someone else throws it and she like propels it forward.
This gambit is sounding more far-fetched by the moment. But we also can't afford to wait for another opportunity.
Yeah, some shit's gonna go down at this festival.
There is no other opportunity.
Yeah.
Luis intends to kill Forden during the festival. That means if we do nothing, the fake will be exposed, and so will we.
But here's the thing. If Luis tries to use the fake to kill Forden, wouldn't he be killed by the king's magic? Why don't we just let that happen?
Indeed. Once our betrayal is made plain, we will never find a way to draw close to him again. This will likely be our first and last opportunity.
But who's actually going to do the throwing?
I'd rather leave it to you. With the royal magic protecting you, it's less likely that we'll fail this, even with interference. And besides...
And like we saw with Glodell, that even someone that's being protected by the royal magic can be targeted by it if they attack a candidate. So, yeah, I don't know why we don't just let the royal magic take care of it for us if he's going to try to kill Luis with the wrong... try to kill Forden with the wrong weapon.
Laugh, if you like. I know it sounds silly, but I really do believe you have the power to change fate itself.
Damn. Thanks, Troll.
Indeed. Everyone here knows that firsthand.
I feel the same. If I can trust you to do it, then I should be able to do my part as well.
Will you do it, Captain?
Absolutely. All right.
All right. I'll do it.
Thanks. We owe you. On the day of, Juna
will
be
you
at the
do.
venue ahead of us. We'll have her open the service entrance, and we'll infiltrate from there.
Is there
Where
anything
is Juna?
I can do to help?
I want you to lure Luis's guards outside and cause a commotion while he's making the throw. I'm sure the Magnus brothers will be guarding the place too.
Is maybe Juna staying on Caradrius?
Hulkenberg and I will secure the exit route in advance. Luis is a formidable foe. But we've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far. We can do this.
Hell yeah, we can.
Don't worry about it.
I know there's a lot weighing on your mind right now, but let's just try to get some rest and prepare for tomorrow. It'll get even colder at night, so try not to get sick. Wow, this is a nice, suite we've got here. Jesus. This is a gorgeous hotel room. The fact that the lance passed muster is a testament to Norris's skill. Sometimes the man can achieve truly amazing things. Even now, he's holed up in the runner, working away. Tuning something or other with usual vigor, I don't doubt. He has his quirks, to be sure, but there can be no mistaking that he's a great credit to our endeavors.
At last.
Tomorrow is finally Saint's Day. Luis will show his face, and with the real lance, we'll... Don't worry. I'm prepared to do what we must. The man must be stopped.
Can I look at the lance? Yeah. It's the real Dracodios. It has the aura the fake... It has an aura the fake could never match. And tomorrow I have to use it too. Oh yeah, you do. That was my first time seeing snow, and it was so cold I shivered. What a sensation. Oh, right. Juna's gonna meet with us later tonight because she's got so many things to do behind the scenes. Gnome, you go ahead and rest up. You've got a big role to play tomorrow yourself, after all. Oop.
So, this is Altaberry, eh? Colder climes tend to inspire stronger drinks among its people. But all that can wait until after our business is finished. Once we've trounced Luis, I can think of no better celebration than a good stiff drink.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and pause things there for today. We will, we'll go ahead and pause things there for today, and we'll pick up next time with the assassination plot. See, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think we're gonna come away from this with Luis dead, but who knows? Maybe things will surprise me. But anyway, thank you all for joining me for this episode, and I will see you all next time. Until then, bye.